2 years old, whatever. Maybe not. Who cares? I moved off of Cape Cod, where I grew up, moved to Boston, and my best friend hooked me up with my first job in Boston. And when he told me about this job, he was just like, "Oh yeah, I just work at this like small, organic, like market." And I go to the place, and it's like hard to find, and it's way out. It's in Cambridge, which is, you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but it's just like it's way out there, buried in a nestled, quiet community outside of Boston. And the place is called Formaggio Kitchen, and it turns out to be this like really fancy cheese shop. It's like like this prestigious importing, exporting place. And I had never had any experience like this. I was just like suburban, shit town, whatever. But I got the job, I got the friend, and I ended up working there for years and years. And the building is like, it's in this quiet community. It's near Cambridge. It's near Harvard. There's like professors shop there, and like it's the kind of place where it's like really small, and like there's like 3 rooms, and it's covered in stuff. I mean, there's just like floor to ceiling, and you pick up any given jar of anything, and it's like creamed walnut, flour, pistachio, balsamic, white truffle, blah, 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 $500. Like there's so many adjectives to everything. It's like there's a list just everywhere you look. And so like, our customer base is like, so, I mean, the level of entitled, it's a sight to behold, when it gets up to that. Because I think there's a special layer of wealth where you stop caring about proving to others that you're wealthy. It's you have no idea how it works anymore. You're just like, we had a few, like, we had a small cachet of like our celebrity customers, but they were of a certain ilk of celebrity, whatever, universe that Terry Gross lives in, like, it's like, like Susanna Kaysen, and you guys don't know who that is, but she wrote Girl Interrupted, right? She was a big deal. You had to really take care of, Susanna Kaysen. And we had a few others, John Malkovich, which is, as a cashier, it's horribly tempting to just respond to everything he says by saying Malkovich, Malkovich. And it's just not cool to do it. Everyone knows it's not cool, but, you're just like, man, you're getting chicken salad again? All right, whatever. So anyway, the day before Thanksgiving is the biggest deal there. I mean, the day before Thanksgiving at the shop, it gets nuts. And most places, like there's Black Friday, it's the day after Thanksgiving, but for us, like people need, like they deeply need their acorn-fed $5 million, thinly sliced, whatever, they need it right before Thanksgiving. And it's a small shop. I mean, the entire store is as large as this stage. And like there's like 2 rooms, and there's only 2 doors. And one door becomes just for this one day only. It gets, all the employees work at once, and one door is the entrance, and one door is the exit, and there's a line all day long, and people are just like arms full, like Pulitzer Prize winners are just pissed, like arms full, and everyone's in a crazy mood. And I should mention the owner, like a man who like changed my life, the owner of Formaggio Kitchen. He is, his name is Isan Gordal, and he owned the store, and he was there every day, and he was a world champion international volleyball player when he was younger, and he has the intensity that you would imagine a world champion international Turkish volleyball player would have. That's how he approached life, like it's like he was a heart attack that walked, and he like, he didn't, I don't know if he knew my name. He called me, you fucking hippie, and he would just like, he'd grab me by the collar and go, you fucking hippie, like, do this, do this. And so, but there's a very precious organization to the turkeys. I mean, the turkey list is made out months in advance. Like, you cannot fuck with the turkey list. Like, you sign up, you get the turkeys, and these turkeys have been sleeping on velvet pillows for 10 generations. These turkeys. And we pack the produce cooler full of the turkeys, and like, I've got the clipboard, I'm checking names off, you do not cross my line with the turkeys. But Isan comes out of nowhere, and he's like, Brian, you need to get me a fucking turkey right now. And I'm like, well, what's the name? And he's like, no, go downstairs into the second freezer downstairs in the basement, pull out one of my turkeys. We need it for a special customer. So I've got to run. I've got to run out of the building into the alley. It's snowing, Julio has just knocked over a case of strawberries. I'm leaping over, spilled strawberries into the back door of the kitchen, past Eduardo, who hated me because, I don't know what it is about gay Cuban men from the 60s, but nothing pleases them. And getting past Eduardo, into the basement, throwing boxes of frozen bread around that we tell people is fresh, but it's not. And, throwing it around. And I get the turkey, and I can't get back out through the alley the way I had gone, so I have to go, through the shop suddenly, and, I'm diving through the shop, and I have to get past Alice, the baker, who also hates me. And I finally get back to where Isan is. And there's this man standing there, and he's smiling broadly, and I'm like, I hand him a turkey, and the man says to me, "Hi, I'm Yo-Yo Ma." And I'm like, "Hi, here's your turkey." And he was like, "Wow, you saved my Thanksgiving." And the moral of the story is, guys, is that Yo-Yo Ma is a really nice man. Because, later, I would do deliveries to, PBS or whatever, and he remembered me, and he's just, great cello player, and just, all around, he's just really, really nice.